Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm filming outside under the terrace, so if you can hear my dogs playing, birds, anything like that, please do excuse me, but it's absolutely roasting here in Spain and there's no other way I can film, hence to why the uploads have not been very regular. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to knit the other one of this little booty, not booty, sorry, little ballerina. So this is just, I might make the cord a bit longer seeing as I want it to be a wraparound, and I don't think I've left enough to actually wrap and tie, but anyway we'll work on that when we get there. But this is just the easiest little basic ballerina. You can then add whatever you want to the front of it. You could have done little beads on the front or anything like that, but I'm just going to show you how to make the basic ballerina and then you can jazz it up as you please. So this is a super easy pattern and I'm sure you could get one made with the cord and everything in about half an hour if you stuck to it. Like, it's so easy. I've made mine to go with this romper. If you would like the pattern on this romper, be sure to let me know, as I would be really happy to film it for you, sorry. So this is just a newborn romper in 100% cotton, and as you can see it's got this little bead detailing down the front and on the front of the sleeves, and then at the back we have a frilly bottom. I think it's so sweet and I'm really pleased with it. So yeah, if you would like a pattern on this, let me know, as I would love to film it. Okay, so for this pattern we are going to need yarn, literally like your leftover yarn. You do not need barely any for any of the sizes, but obviously if you're knitting for newborn, even less, like the tiniest bit will do. And also 3mm needles. Seeing as I am knitting for newborn, I'm going to use the long tail cast on method, sorry, and I'm going to cast on 28 stitches for newborn. Sorry if my camera keeps going in and out of focus, it's rather annoying. So what we do is one of these pull ties, and I'm just going to put my needle through there, pull that tight but not too tight, and then what we do is we twist around like so, bring this one over again. So I have 2 and we need to do 28 of those. So twist, over and over, 3, twist, 4. There's no really real way of explaining that, so you're just gonna have to follow what my hands do, I suppose. That's 5, 6, 8, 9, oops, didn't do that one properly, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so now we've cast on the 28 stitches, or however many stitches according to your size. As I said below, I will have them linked down below, but I could also put them here on the screen, I suppose. So if you're knitting newborn 28 stitches, then we've got 1 to 3 months is 38 stitches, 42 stitches for 3 to 6 months, and 48 for 6 to 9 months. So yeah, so once you've cast on your amount of stitches, we are now just going to knit 2 rows in guard stitch, both this way and that way. This will be the front of our work where we have both tails together, and here will be the back of the work when we start at this side. Sorry, I'm a bit breathless. So what we do is we put our needle through, and using the long tail that goes back to our ball of yarn, we go over like so and through, and then we're just going to pull the other tail to kind of tighten it up. I hope you did see that. Let me repeat. So now I go in like so, over like that, okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, and 28. There we go. There I have knitted all the first row, and now on the back of the work, which is the second row, we're going to do the exactly the same, sorry. But we are not going to knit this first stitch. We only knit the first stitch on the first row. So basically we just put our needle in and slip it onto the right needle and then knit. This just gives a neater edge for then sewing up and for everything. And I'm just going to knit as we did earlier all the way until the last stitch. There we go. Okay, so now we are going to do the increases for the foot area. So what we're going to do is knit 2, yarn over, and then knit the amount of stitches according to your size that I'm going to pop here on the screen. So for newborn it is 11, not 3 months, 16, and so on. So whenever we've done the yarn over, the amount of stitches in between are going to be the ones on the screen. It will be explained better in the blog post in the link down below if you would rather read it out on there. So what we're going to do is slip the first stitch, seeing as that's what we do all the time, and knit our second like so, and then we're going to yarn over. So to do this, all we do is bring our yarn over and we've created a stitch, okay, and we knit 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, whoops, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And now again I'm going to yarn over like so and knit 2, yarn over. So all I do is that. So I'll repeat that. If we have our yarn here, we just bring it over and knit, and as you can see it creates another stitch. And now I'm going to knit 11 again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yarn over, knit 2. There we go. So as you can see, we have increased throughout our work. We should have increased 1, 2, 3, 4 times, okay? So now we're going to turn our work, and this is now the back of our work, seeing as we have the other tail at this side. When they're both together, we're on the front side of our work, but this is the back. What we are now going to do on the back of the work is knit all those yarn overs through the back, as I'm going to explain in 1 second, and that is to avoid creating holes. So I slip the first stitch, knit, and now this, if I knit it like that, as you can see we are creating a hole, so we want to avoid that. So what we're going to do is knit through the back. Okay, so instead of going through the front like this, we're going to knit through that back one there. Okay, and now I knit the 11 in between ones, and again this one, which is the yarn over, it would create a hole, so we go through the back. It's kind of tricky, but we're going to do it. So through, whoops, that part there, okay, and through 1, 2, through the back, 11. Through the back, and 2, and again turn our work. Now we are on our 5th row, I want to say, but it's the 2nd row of increases. So what we do now is knit 3, and then here in the middle we knit 4. So every time we're knitting 1 more at each side before we do a yarn over, and in the middle it is we are knitting 2 more, so it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, and here we're going to do 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, let's do it together anyway, so do not panic. Okay, so on this row, it is now our second row of increases, and we're going to knit 3, yarn over, knit the amount I have put up here according to your size. So for us it's 11, yarn over, and then we're going to knit 4. So that's slip 1 knitwise, knit 2, 3, okay, yarn over, and now knit 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yarn over, knit 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over, knit 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yarn over and knit 3. Turn our work, and on the back of the work we are going to do the yarn overs through the back. So I'm going to do that and I will get back to you for the next increase row. Okay, so now on our next row of increases, before we knit 3, so now we're going to knit 4, yarn over, knit 11, yarn over, and then here, seeing as it's 2 more, we knit 4, so this time we're going to knit 6. So 3, 6, 3. Okay, not 3, sorry, 4, 6, 4. So knit 4, slip 1 knitwise, slip 1 knitwise, knit 4. So 2, 3, 4. Yarn over, 11. 1, 2, 3. I'm out of focus. 4, 5, 6. How many have I done? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. And now here we're going to do 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yarn over, 11, 2, 4, 11, yarn over, and then we're just going to knit the last 4. And turn our work, and then on the back of the work we're going to just knit all those yarn overs through the back. And now we're going to do our last row of increases, which is 5 and then 8 in the middle and 5 at the other side. So I'm just going to slip 1 knitwise, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then yarn over and then 11. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yarn over, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yarn over, 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then yarn over, knit 5. Now we're on the wrong side of the work, so what I'm going to do is knit all those yarn overs through the back and I will get back to you. Okay, so now it's time to split our work in 3, and we're going to work this part here, seeing as this part we already have. So in order to do that, I will leave the stitches written up on the screen as we said before, but for newborn what we're going to do is 18 stitches, 8 stitches for this center part and another 18. And all we're going to do is decrease here until we have about 14 at either side, I think it was, that I did. Hang on, let me just double check. Yeah, so I just did 4 decreases at either side instead of 8 decreases, which is what we would do for the actual tall bootie. So I'm going to do that. So in order to do that, let's see if we can focus. Thank you. We are going to knit, and on the 18th it knits 2 together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oops, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, and now this would be the 18th and the first of the middle part. So what we're going to do is knit 2 together, just through the front as we would knit 1 stitch, but instead of 1 we do 2. I'll repeat that because I don't think it was in focus. So instead of knitting like this, we go through the second one away and through the first. So we knit through both, yarn over and done. And that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now again knit 2 together. And now we turn our work, and here I should have 17, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, correct. So I'm going to turn my work. We're not going to knit to the end. And now this is the wrong side of our work because the tail is not here, it's at this left side. So we're on the wrong side of our work. And what I'm going to do is slip the first stitch and pull it tight. We want to keep it tight, and then we're going to knit 1, 2, 3, well, yeah, 4, 5, 6. So that will have our slip stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this will be our 8th, and we're going to knit them together. But instead of through the front like so, we're going to knit on the back of the work through the back. Okay, yarn over like so, yeah, and again turn our work. We are now again at the front of our work, so we're just gonna repeat that. So slip 1, pull tight, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this will be our 8th, and soon as we're on the front of the work we knit 2 together through the front, and again turn. And now I'm just going to count, see how many I've got. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So I've got 2 more decreases to do. Slip, knit, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The back of the work, so we knit them 2 together through the back. So I've just done my last decrease, and now here I have 14, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and here I should also have 14, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So I'm just going to finish knitting to the end. And then we need to cast off on the back of the work. So now I've knit to the end and we have to cast off on the back of the work. So all I'm going to do, seeing as this is the back or the wrong side, however you want to call it, we're just going to cast that off. For those of you who have never cast off before, it's really easy, there's nothing to be afraid of. So all we do is we slip the first stitch, knit 1, and then when using our left needle we pick up our first stitch and pass it over the second stitch and knit again, pass that over, knit, over, knit, over, and I'm just going to do that all the way to the end. Okay, so here we have our finished little ballerina. Even though it looks tiny, this is the newborn one, and you have to bear in mind that we want it to stay on, so we want it to be fitted, and knitting has got a lot of give and a lot of stretch in it, but this is going to be so cute once it's got a little foot in it. So now what we're going to do is sew up our ballerina. So let's do this. So we're going to get it on the outside, on the inside, and we're going to knit it. God, I cannot talk. We're going to sew it up on the wrong side. So what we're going to do now is just sew. What we do is we go, oops, we're going to take, I haven't got enough battery on my camera to film this, so all we're going to do is sew it up by zigzagging from each bobble like so, and then just doing the bottom, and I will get back with you to make the cord. Okay, so I've now finished sewing up my baby ballerina, and don't worry if it looks very little, because we do want it to be fitted in order for it to stay on. And also what, oh yeah, the knitting has got a lot of give to it, so it's gonna stretch and it's gonna look super cute once it's got a little foot in here. So now it's time to do the cord. For mine, I have done these twisted cords, as you can see. Hang on, let's see if we can get it to focus. Look, I've just done these tiny little twisted cords. I don't know if they should be longer or not. I don't think so, because once it's a little ankle and you get it tied, I think we don't want it much longer. So I'm going to show you how I did it. So then if you want, you can do it also. If not, you could just do a crochet cord. You could do a ribbon. I don't know, there's so many things you could do. So for mine, I did it about 12 palms as such. So 2, 3, 4, I don't know now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That seems a lot. Anyway, I'm going to do it 12 like so. And now I'm going to get both ends, do that. So we have our ends here and the other ends are over here, and I'm just going to do a little knot. So we do the knot, and then all we're going to do now is twist and twist and twist until there's no more twists to do. So this is now where you can fasten it to something or do it somewhere like that to make it easier for yourselves. So we're just going to twist and twist and twist. Okay, so now I've twisted it, and it won't twist anymore, because if I let go it does these little kinks in it, as you can see. We're going to fold it in half, so I'm going to get it to about here, and we're going to pull it as such, and then you just kind of twist it, let go, and it just does its own thing. But we need to try and get these kinks out that it creates. So we're just going to rub our fingers down like this. I can now take my knitting needle out, and I'm going to do a knot here in the end to keep them ends all together. And this is our cord. It is now finished. So this is now my finished cord. That's just how easy they are to make. Then I am going to now I'm going to put it in my booty, so it's really easy. All we do is count from the center, which is about here. We're going to count out 4. 1, 2, 3, let's say about here. And I'm just going to find a hole, which is going to be that one. I'm just going to open it a little bit, not too much, just so you can see it. And I'm going to force the knot through it. Okay, sorry, that is not even in focus, but I'm going to force the knot through. There we go. And then I'm going to count 4 from the center the other way. 1, 2, 3, about here. And again, I'm going to force And that is it, we have finished. Now all I'm going to do is cut the end and untwist it, and then with a needle I'm just going to fray the ends of both. And then once I've frayed them, hang on, those are my ends, both frayed and trimmed, and these are my finished booties. I think they're really sweet, and like I say, once they've got some little feet in them, they are going to be adorable. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to smash the thumbs up, subscribe down below, hit the notification bell so then you don't miss any videos. Like I said earlier, you have all the written patterns and all the sizes in my blog post, link down below, or I will put the link also written up here and you can type that into Google. But yeah, this is the finished booties. Like I said previously, if you would like to see the romper and how to make it, it is really easy with its cute little bum. Be sure to let me know. And I have also knit this bonnet to go with it, but it isn't yet finished, so once I've finished it I will pop a photo on Instagram so you can see it better. You should also follow me on Instagram if you don't already, since I'm going to be more active on there. I will also pop the link on the screen now. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and like I said, do all the good stuff. Send me photos if you are to make the ballerinas, as I would love to see your finished products. And yeah, without further ado, I'm just going to cut off the video here, and I will see you again very, very soon with a new video. So until then, bye bye.